Hello guys, this week I'm taking a break from expensive LCD or AMOLED screens. 2 weeks ago I returned to school full time. I'm teacher again. And once a week I'll also be teaching kids about electronics and robotics. It is not a mandatory subject in our school, but surprisingly there are always kids who find it interesting. I was looking for a simple project to attract them to my classes, and from my experience I know they are most fascinated by small motors and lights. I think they will like this. Tiny development board, miniature OLED display, motor, couple of push buttons, transistor, resistor, diode. Very simple. If you are new here, I want to welcome you. On this channel I mostly talk about ESP32 boards that already have a built-in screen. Feel free to check out my channel and of course subscribe. I love all my gadgets, but I think they are a bit too complicated for 9-year-old kids, especially the mess with libraries. Plus, my principal would kill me if I ask for money to buy 30 boards with AMOLED screen. So in this video, for the first time in years I'm using ESP32 board without screen. This is Waveshare ESP32-S3 Mini development board, extremely small, compact, breadboard friendly and fast, and very simple design. USB-C, 2 push buttons and built-in RGB light and bunch of available GPIO pins. I bought this board myself, but Waveshare is sometimes my sponsor, so in the description you can find links if you want to buy this fellow. The best part is, thanks to this channel, my sponsors, subscribers, supporters, this time I don't have to ask the principal for money. My house is packed with electronic components, Arduinos, wires. My room is something like Croatian Silicon Valley. Here I have tiniest OLED screen I could find, because this is really tiny breadboard. I wanted to make this thing smallest as possible. This is regular size breadboard we are familiar with. This is smaller one, and this is size I'm using. So I wanted to use smallest display I could find, and my smallest display is this I2C 64 by 32 OLED display, which is connected very easily. Ground, VCC, serial data, serial clock. Serial data is pin 1, serial clock is pin 2. Here I have this motor. So basically, using pulse width modulation, I can set spinning speed of this motor. Here I have transistor, diode and resistor. All three components are used to act as a switch for this DC motor, because it is not wise to drive motors directly from development boards, because they need lots of current. And with this button I can change color of this built-in RGB. Every change is visible on this screen. And yes, I can also change brightness of this LED, because here we have boot button or pin 0. With that button I can change brightness. So 3 push buttons are used here, and motor and OLED. And this LED is dead. Not that I forgot to do something with it, but it looks good on this black breadboard. What is also cool about this project, it is a simple device to explain that I forgot how that model is called. When I was kid, we learned like computers are built on some kind of model like inputs, logic, memory and CPU, and outputs. So this will be a great example to explain my young Padawans. And here is code. Finally, we need only few libraries. Library used for our display, and you can see how basic this code is. I probably can make this less than 100 lines code. We have our buts, which mean button, and few other pins, the bounce variables, speed of rotation, selected colors, and very simple code and very simple draw function which will draw content of screen, and simple neopixel functions which will change colors of built-in RGB. So very simple, but it reminds me on projects I did when I started. Maybe not when I started with this, maybe a year after. If you're beginner, I will share this code. Maybe this will be useful to some people. Code is also useful because in code you can see how pins are connected. For example, buttons, but, and but are connected to pins 13, 10 and 0. One side, other side is connected to ground because they are input pull-ups. RGB is connected to pin 21, and through resistor we are turning motor with pin 9. Thank you. Feel free to leave a comment to ask something. I'm not good at writing sketches, but I think you will be able to connect this. For motor driver I use this diagram, so only thing which is not same as in this diagram, I'm using different GPIO pin to turn or off my motor. In my case it is pin 9. Thank you, have a nice day, and I will see you next week, I hope.